Many airlines around the world are part of groups or alliances, and some airlines are even operated and owned by other airlines themselves. For example, in Germany, the Lufthansa group owns a low-cost carrier, Eurowings, and that's who I booked a flight with today. But they also have flights operated for them by another airline, Germanwings. So today I've got a Lufthansa group-owned, Eurowings booked, Germanwings operated flight from here in Dublin to Cologne in Germany. Make sense? Welcome to Edgington Airborne. Let's get going. Today's flight departs from Terminal 1 at Dublin Airport, which is the older of the two terminals. I'd already checked in online for my flight, so I managed to skip the queues and head straight for departures. I last visited this terminal in December 2018 for my Iceland Air flight, and I was very impressed with the facilities on offer. Terminal 1 has a good selection of shops from Irish gifts to well-known high street brands. The terminal also caters for a range of tastes, and there's a good variety of restaurants and fast food outlets available. So a decent couple of hours spent here in Dublin Airport Terminal 1. Plenty to see and do, decent amount of shops and restaurants as well, and some great views of the aircraft. They have just announced the flight though, so it's time to head over to the gate and jump on board this Germanwings aircraft for the flight to Cologne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speaking. I'd like to welcome you from the flight deck to our flight back to Cologne. I wish you a blessed stay on board. Further information then by my colleague during answer.
As I mentioned in my intro, this flight was under a Eurowings booking, and the airline Germanwings has operated for the brand since 2015. Apart from the logos on the aircraft, all aspects of this and any Germanwings operated flight nowadays are under the Eurowings banner. Germanwings headquarters are in Cologne, Germany, my destination today, and their fleet of Airbus A319 and A320 aircraft operate routes both domestically in Germany and of course around the rest of Europe. All Germanwings flight reservations are made via the Eurowings website, as was the case for my booking. The airline currently operates 4 weekly flights between Dublin and Cologne from as little as €19.99. This is based on the lowest fare class called Basic, which offers hand luggage only. I decided to treat myself on this trip and I opted for the more expensive Smart fare, which also comes with hold luggage and onboard refreshments. Now let's take a look at the onboard experience. The A320 that I'm on board today has 180 seats arranged in the standard 3-3 configuration. Dividers bearing the Germanwings logo identify different sections of the cabin, which itself was actually in very good condition, although you are reminded that this aircraft is about 27 years old in certain areas, such as the toilets, which do lack a modern touch. All passengers can purchase drinks and snacks on board, and while the selection was maybe not class leading, there was a decent range to choose from. As I opted for a Smart fare for this flight, I received a complimentary drink as well as my choice of either cake or this cheese and pesto sandwich, which was quite tasty. Really enjoying this flight so far. We're about halfway, so let's take this opportunity to look around the seat area on board the Eurowings Germanwings A320. Included in my smart fare was free seat selection, although I decided to pay an additional €5 and choose one of the more legroom seats near the front of the cabin. You will also find the overwing exits in this section, which offers even greater space. The design of this seat is fairly common and can be found on a number of airlines around Europe. Just to the side of the seat is a small coat hook, which I didn't use, but it is handy when locker space is at a premium. There's a literature pocket near the top, and as expected you'll find a copy of the safety card in here, along with the Wings Bistro menu, special offer flyer, and the in-flight magazine, which we'll take a look at shortly. As with many modern seat designs, the literature pocket is exposed at the bottom, so it's not really to be used for personal storage. Your tray table has plenty of room for a magazine or of course for your food on board, and it can be slightly adjusted. It also features 2 places for drinks, but I'm not sure how much these would help to prevent spillages during turbulence. A small netted area can be used to keep personal items in easy reach, which is very nice compared to airlines such as Ryanair, who offer no storage at all. Finally, the legroom on this flight was absolutely fantastic, and for taller passengers I highly recommend paying the €5 for a seat in this section of the aircraft. Now it's time to take a look at the literature, in particular the Wings in-flight magazine. As expected, it contains information on the routes served by the airline, but also has useful information on exercises for those longer journeys. In particular though, I enjoyed the article about the damage being caused by plastics in our oceans and ways that we can all make changes in our lives to protect them. Now there's not long left in this flight to go, but don't forget that if you'd like to keep up to date with all of my channel's activities and my flights as they happen, you can visit my social media pages on Instagram and Twitter. So we've started our descent into Cologne. Don't forget to stick around until the end of the video for my final thoughts on today's trip, but for now, enjoy the landing. So welcome to Cologne Bonn Airport after that flight with Eurowings / Germanwings. Hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Now I'll take you through my highs and lows of today's experience. Starting off in Dublin Terminal 1, I do quite like this terminal. It's not the newest design I've ever seen, but there's plenty to see and do, and the staff that I interacted with were very friendly. In particular, a security agent that actually stopped me when I was filming in the check-in area to see what I was up to. Now the way he handled it was very impressive, so big thanks to you for making my life a little bit easier and also taking interest in the channel. The flight itself was frankly fantastic. I had a really great time on board today's aircraft. Starting off on boarding, I interacted with the crew as I pretty much always do, just to ask permission to film, and they were very friendly and eager to learn about what I'd be doing. During the flight, I found that the seat was incredibly comfortable. There was absolutely loads of legroom. Now I did pay for an extra legroom seat, but it wasn't expensive to do so, and I'd certainly do that again. I was also very pleased with the drink and snack provided as part of the smart fare. It wasn't a great deal, but it was pretty tasty. One slight negative would be how long it did take for the service to get started. Now, it took about 30 minutes or so, which is a bit of a wait, especially for those passengers that would maybe feel a bit peckish, as it was lunchtime. But overall, that was probably the only slight I could find on this journey, and I wouldn't hesitate to use Eurowings / Germanwings once again in the future. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, please do leave me some feedback in the comments section below. Leave a like if you did like it, and also do subscribe if you haven't done so already by hitting that red button underneath the video. Only with your support can this channel continue to grow. Most of all, take care.